Learning to walk on the hands is mechanically much simpler than actually balancing on the hands. But just because you can balance on the hands doesn't necessarily mean that you can walk, because they are two very separate skills. The major key difference between the two is when you're balancing, you are learning to make adjustments at the base of support to keep the center of mass above it, while walking is performed in the reverse, where you're technically in a falling pattern and you are chasing the base of support to stay under the center of mass.
And this moving base of support, coupled with the fact that lots of people don't actually know where a static hold would be, makes it challenging to know when to step, and this can lead to premature or late walking with the hands.
Another massively overlooked concept here is tempo and rhythm. When performing any sort of locomotive pattern, we want to try to keep the center of mass in the exact same plane, because if it's not bouncing up and down, it will stay within the same rhythm. And a lot of this up and down rhythm is actually caused from uneven tempo of the stepping of the hands. If we can keep the pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, the only limitation of the motion will be your shoulder strength. While if you're following more of a rhythm of 1, 2, 3, 4, and taking bigger steps on the stronger side, this will cause the trajectory of the center of mass to change quite substantially and make it a much harder pattern to follow.
Another thing that makes handstand walking even harder is having a substantial bend at the elbows, which forces you to sort of muscle your way through the walk, rather than easily gliding by promoting through the shoulder blades and being able to take a gentle step. The additional reach through the shoulder blade helps quite a lot with the rhythm and timing of the handstand walk. So within the constraints of your shoulder mobility, narrower hands with a greater reach and mostly straight elbows will help the smoothness of your handstand walk.